By now, you've probably figured out that something has changed. A lot of us thought that we'd be a lot closer to being able to retire by now. But for many in their 50s and 60s, retirement isn't exactly over the next hill. In fact, there are a lot of people who will be waiting quite a bit longer before they're ready to retire. But while you're waiting, consider the difference between waiting in line at Disney World or waiting in line at the Driver's License Bureau. Both involve waiting, but the sense of anticipation couldn't be more different. One involves a sense of delight. The other involves a dull and dreary dread. What's your attitude toward work, and why do you have that attitude? Well, here are a few possibilities to consider. First, I hate work. People that are lazy hate their work, but so do people working in really lousy conditions, or people who work for abusive bosses, or whether or not you hate your work because you're lazy or because your work is lousy, or the message is the same, it's time for a change. The second possibility is I have to work. This would be most of us. Not yet independently wealthy, you work for pay. And this is true whether you love your work or hate your work or fall somewhere in between. You've got to work. The third possibility is I used to work. That's about all a person who is retired from a have-to job can say about it. They used to do it. Most of the time, they're glad that that phase of life is behind them. But a fourth possibility is I get to work. If you can say this, then you're truly blessed. You love your work. You feel a sense of privilege to be able to do what you do, where you do it, and for whom you get to do it, and with whom you get to do it. Sometimes loving what you do just happens to you. You stumble across a job that is so delightful, so meaningful, and so rewarding that you just can't wait to get there each day. That's pretty rare. Most of the time, loving what you do is what you do to the job. You transform your work, not the other way around. You bring an attitude of gratitude to your work, transforming it and those around you. You work on your work, and it works. Well, the fifth opportunity is I did my work. And this is what a person who has retired from a get-to-work job says. The mission is finished, and you can lay your tools down with a deep sense of accomplishment, knowing that you finished a job well done. You were a blessing to yourself, to those for whom you worked, and you provided an income, and to your coworkers and to the ultimate consumers of your work. Yes, our unique economic circumstances will require a lot of us to work a lot longer than we had ever imagined. How you experience that extra time on the job is largely up to you. Offering you wisdom on wealth, I'm Byron Moore.